Hello and welcome, my name is Ajaxpost and this is Transport Fever, and a bit of a mixed episode today. Primarily I think, let's turn those red numbers off, we don't like red numbers. Lovely shot to start with. A bit of a maintenance episode, mostly today, though hopefully we'll get something new and exciting started before the end of the episode. And why am I in this line in particular? Let's move it along a little bit. Because, he's going at pace, isn't he? Because, do you see this? This difference in the tracks? Yeah, I just spotted that a couple of days ago. And it's all because, I think, I added a new track mod to the game, which provides me with a variety of different track types and speeds. And what I realise is that a bit like road mods and so on, street mods, is that if they impact on sort of base components, they can affect what's already built in the game, and that's what's happened here. And as we can see, if I turn the speed numbers on, a lot of my old track, which I haven't upgraded recently, which was left as kind of the standard speed, is now showing that old 75 miles an hour, whereas these trains can travel at nearly 90, which could be impacting on my profit, or certainly the amount of goods being delivered in good time. So the first part of this episode is going to be a quick Speedy Gonzales trip through upgrading a lot of these tracks. So I'm going to be quiet for a few moments and let you enjoy some appropriately sort of country railroady kind of music while I find all these bits of track and replace them with I think high-speed tracks. We don't need catenaries on. Actually, if I keep catenaries, we should keep it consistent with what it has at the moment, shouldn't it? Yeah, it does. Actually, I could upgrade these signals as well, but yeah, that's too much. Okay, so I'll be back shortly. I've got a fair amount of this track to deal with, so stay tuned. Right, and I think that's about it. Now actually the last set of tracks I upgraded going through Falmouth down here, I didn't actually really need to upgrade because I remembered once I'd started I had deliberately set them as modern tracks which have a slightly lower top speed than the high speed tracks, but that was because it was a moderately slow sort of local distribution network, so that didn't really need doing, but I did it anyway just for consistency. Now one other thing I wanted to look at here was upgrading a couple of my stations, one of which here is in Newbury, which is receiving currently just food for local distribution from that point there, from that truck stop. This was one of the very first stations we put in, so it's a bit old and well, it needs improvement. One thing is this really sort of weird track arrangement here. Again, that's because it was back in the very early days and I was struggling to stay profitable, so I used some weird sort of track laying method to do that. This, I don't believe there's going to be any traffic coming in from the other side of town, which is south of Newbury. Over there, that is. So this could actually be, there's no good reason for it not to be a terminal cargo station. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to wait for this train to get out of the way, which also means I didn't need to upgrade these tracks here, but hey ho, it's only money and I've got money in the bank, so come on train, get out of the way. Why do they take forever when you want them to move on? You're not picking anything up. That's it. Get out. Get out. Get out. And also upgrading this station might allow me to use, well, I will use, just for the sake of argument, another mod, which I've not used before. Had in the game, and you may have noticed it as I've been scrolling through several times before. Let's get that train properly out of the way. Go on, round you go. I mean, these are all very tight, slow loops, but they can be high-speed tracks. Just, I mean, it's for get the same sensation under the wheel, don't you? So a smoother ride, even for cargo. In fact, they're carrying livestock, aren't they? So it needs to be smooth. Okay, right, yes. So let's get on with this. So I think this could be a terminal station. We'll get rid of that. Get rid of all this. And we'll go with this. It could also do with being longer because the trains serving it are actually quite long already. Let's smooth that out a bit. I'll turn it into pause mode so I don't run out of time to replace the station, which it looks like I might nearly have done. Oh, have I? The thing's gone. Oh, because I'm in fast mode. Oh, prat. Oh well, never mind. Okay, let's smooth that out a bit more. Oh, it's still there. It is still there. Oh, that's cool. Right, cargo. Yeah, the trains serving it are quite long, but so even though it's not picking anything up, so it's not a big deal, we'll make this modern track, make it a full length of 240, which is kind of the default we're using these days. That's nice. That sort of orientation should work, shouldn't it? We'll put 2 tracks in, just in case. Yeah, we might extend it later, but for the time being. So that's roughly lined up, isn't it? Okay. Newbury Commerce Park has still got the old name. Excellent. Right, now, if you remember way back when, if you're one of my early subscribers, or if you've gone back through the history of my Transport Fever series, you'll remember I had real trouble getting the crossover here at the end of Newbury Station because it's on a slope. But what I've added since is a funky new mod which allows you, it's under depots, it's obviously just because that's the only way they can put it in the game, which allows you to design specific types of switches so they always work. And there's so many parameters on these, it's scary. I don't understand half of them, and I'm going to use a very simple one anyway, which is this. So that's a proper, let's get this as a, we want high speed tracks, that's right. We don't need catenary because we're not electrifying this line at this point. So as you see, that's on a slope. And previously the track I put there, I tried to make it flat as I've done elsewhere, but the crossover just didn't seem to like to work. Now I've gone and added it. Too clumsy. Okay, let's find that again. It's an N crossover. There's an X crossover I want, isn't it? So you can choose how long it is, which is the turnout. Again, I'm not quite sure what that means. 9. That's a reasonable length, I think, isn't it? What's the track distance? Track distance 10. Oh, that's the distance apart. Right, yeah. Right, I believe I read somewhere that there is actually the track distance between passenger and cargo tracks on cargo and passenger stations is different. So I don't know if that. I'm not sure they're that different, but anyway. So as you can see, you can put slopes on this. You can have walls around it, like that. They look better. There you are. Most of it's underground, so you can have a really tall wall around it, which we don't need because there's no other wall around the. Oh, which is something else I'll look at. I've got to mention as well. Different types of wall. There's so many choices, and it solves so many sort of terrain conflict type problems you might have. So let's stick that in there. Right, that is right, isn't it? So let's tie that back up. Well, that's still going nice and fast. That's cool. And it means I really don't have to worry about those annoying slope issues when trying to do my switches and crossovers and stuff. Let's stick some signalling on there. So, actually it could have been a bit longer, that junction with that switch anyway, but we are where we are. So we'll put you in there. And then we'll have one on the outside as well, once you're going out. Do I need any more? Oh, that looks fine, I think. The track's still a bit wonky, but it'll cope. Okay, so that's newbie sorted out, which hopefully will improve the speed of the trains on that route, which isn't a big deal, I think, because we are still getting lots of food and stuff created here at the food factory distribution, but it would resolve any issues with that. I thought I saw some old track here which I didn't deal with. Maybe I was mistaken. Okay, and the other thing I want to do here, I'm still faffing around with this oil supply route. I'm going to improve these locos here on the main Whitchurch route, which is taking fuel and bricks from the refinery here to Whitchurch and also to the hub in the distance for distribution to Exeter and Falmouth. I'll just make this one change to it, and then we'll get on to something new, because I always seem to be coming back to this because there's so many demand points for it. The actual source demand for the oil to start with appears to fluctuate, and it just gets a bit messy. But what I'm going to do here, I try to create a sort of through station here, but I've discovered another new mod. Again, credit to Colonel Failure, who used this mod in one of his recent new Metropolis mod-based series for Transport Fever, and I thought that is an awesome mod, and I'm going to use it. I want you to stop there. We'll let you carry on, because we might need to remove a fair amount of this track. Okay, now I think because of what I'm planning to do, which I don't know if we will lose the station. I wonder if I can upgrade it. Okay, we need to get rid of all this passing track, so I'm going to do something different with the through trains. Okay, we'll deal with that. Okay, and the upgrade I'm going to make to this station, one of the great things that I keep forgetting it is, in addition to all these choices here you can make about improving the station, if you click on the icon here you can choose the different types of station, and this is the new one that I saw in the Colonel's video recently, and the fabulous thing about this is that it applies, so I can't remember who the creator of the mod was, but they'll get full credit and description, and link rather to their mod will be in the description below, and of course added to the Steam collection. Is this mod applies to both passengers and cargo stations, and I think I was just saying in a recent episode how few sort of modded or really interesting cargo stations there are. There are several which are really good, but there aren't as many variations as there are for passenger trains. We've got the catenary. Right, now what this what this mod allows us to do, actually if I delete that as well, and let's delete this bit, we're going to have to redesign all that link, I think, is you can actually twist the station. You can put ends, you can twist it, you can have curves at one end, you could have a different curve in the other direction at the other end. I mean, just how amazing is that? We won't have any curves because that's inappropriate, I think, in this situation. You can have different street connections at either end, like that, or both. I mean, this is just phenomenal work. I mean, this is exactly what great creators do. They create something amazingly fabulous as an asset, as something good looking, but incredibly useful too. Now all I want to do on this one is create transit tracks. Now there are other station mods that do this, to be honest, that allow you to add transit tracks, but this one does it in a slightly different way. And I think the modder does describe why they've done this in the description for the mod. But what they've done with the transit tracks is they put them in the middle, but they don't actually put the track lines in. I don't know if that shows up. I don't think that shows up there. Actually, what I'll do is if I build a new station using the flexible option, which shows this off a bit better, hopefully. So if I say I've got 2 tracks like that, and I have transit tracks going through the middle, now you can see what they've done. They've left a gap between the tracks, so you can actually lay your own track down the middle. Apparently you can have them on the... there's too many combinations. So if I had 3 tracks, 3 platform tracks, yeah, so you've got a transit track down the middle, and another transit space, as it were, down the outside. So you can put your trains in. Actually, I wonder, I could just do that, put it on the outside, couldn't I? Like I've kind of done at the moment. I could do that, actually. I was going to put them in the middle. So we're using the flexible one. So what have I chosen here? I've got 2 tracks, high speed, and we're going to have transit track A, which I think is that one in the middle. So it might be what's left in from the original station. And transit track on the... No, it's not going to... I'm going to need 3, am I? Yeah, I think. No. Is it going to do exactly what I want it to do? I'm not sure it is. Because the P stands for platform, obviously, so if I put PP, I don't want that there. No, what I'm going to do is I'm going to have 2 transit tracks down the middle. I think that's what it's done there. I think it's left the original track I had in there already. Okay, if I apply that, what do I get? Oh, it's taken it out. That's splendid. Right, which I only had 1 working platform anyway originally, but I now got another one just in case I want to do something interesting with it. Now the trick is getting this up there. That's fine, that does that. Actually, can I use that mod? Because if I'm doing a switch over, oh, this thing gets complicated because I want to switch over. I want more than 1 train running down there. Is that a... No, let's leave that. Yeah, this might not work terribly well. If I put these tracks in there, we'll make them all electrified. No, we need you to be straight out of there. $186, that's good. And on there. No, we're not connecting up. Can you actually connect to a track in the station? I don't think it'll let you do that. No. Okay, so you're going out there. Let's not put you there. Let's put you to there to start with. If we put you to there, it's a bit messy, doesn't it? You're going in there. what we want is that to cross over to there. So if it comes in, coming down here, it needs to cross over onto that platform. Whose idea was this? I'm gonna have to redo this bridge a bit as well. Let's get rid of this. With all this bulldozing, at this rate I'm going to turn into kernel failure. Oops. Which would be no bad thing necessarily, but we do need we all have our own particular. What does this do? Oh, that's interesting. Oh, that's interesting. I wonder if that will do what I want it to do. Not quite. It's very nearly, isn't it? So we've got track. Oh, that is. Let's. If I get rid of this, a bit of this bridge, a bit more of this bridge. That was a little bit of a train. I think the train's turned around. That's not so good. Take you to there. And you to there, which lines up. Let's see if we can put this. I don't know what this does. I don't know how half these things work. What they're supposed to do. Oh no. Which was I had this one, didn't I? So what was that one? Yeah. So this is the number of tracks 2, but it's going out to 4. Let's go the other way really. Why? Ah, right. Oh, that's better, isn't it? Slightly. If I reduce the length of it. Yeah, that's too tight and too slow. 9. What does this compactness do? I'm not entirely sure. So I don't want it too loose, I think. That looks about right, I think, doesn't it? So trains coming in on here. I may need more switches though as we go down. Let's see what happens. If we take, yeah, so you're that track there. You're the one going down there. You're the track going. Ooh, that's not pretty, is it? And neither's that. Let's take it for the moment. Okay. Let's complete that bit of track. We're going to need a switch or something. I don't know what we're going to need on that side. Right, so we've got our train from Phoenix O Refinery is coming in from here and wants to get to a platform. I'd rather he was over on that side, so we need them to cross over there. And he's coming out and then come up this side. I think that's okay. And if we've got a train coming from the refinery going up to Plymouth, he'll go on the transit track. So can I make that? Oh, it's a depot, so I can't make it a double slip. Oh, bother. Unless that works. I don't know. It needs to be electrical. Is that electrical? Oh, that's a good point. I hope it is going to be electrical. Right, we'll have to see. And around here. Now this track needs to connect with that one. Which we could do. We can get rid of these. I think. Get rid of that. Which gives us a bit longer to. We don't need that to be electrical up there. Because this line isn't at this moment electrified. Oh, that's better. Much greater speed. Okay, so Thatcham oil. There's a problem with electricity. Yeah, that bit there. Now, the question is, he's not going to go through, is he? He still thinks it's not electric. How can he not? But this is all it does say. Pretend yes. Ah. Does that mean not doing my? That's better. Yeah, it's probably just me not applying the changes. There are no warnings. That's excellent. Okay, so the Thatcham oil route. Okay, I do want him because I want to put another train on there. So I want him to use both sides of that track. So is there a switch down here? No, we need a switch down here. This is going to be fun being quite so curvy. And slopey. Ah. Darn. Is this where you think to yourself, I could use that depot mod for this as well? Let's one more try. We won't make it quite so long. This one doesn't like it. Aha, there it does. Okay, so we'll stick a signal on there. And signal on there. Okay, so he's now using both sides of the track. And he goes in there perfectly fine. Excellent. So I think we probably ought to stick a signal here somewhere, just in case there's an issue with that junction. Crossing over traffic, and we'll put one on here. Where is the other side of it? Yep, that should be okay, I think. This is all going to be guesswork. Right, and that train there, the Plymouth one. Right, yeah, you need a way across those tracks as well. Is that, no, is that working? Ah, that is working. So he's going straight down here, on the transit track, and he's going up on the transit track. Oh, that's a thing of beauty. I like that. That is a very ugly piece of track laying, to be honest. It might be improvable, probably if I moved this station a bit further down. But if I actually moved it, i.e. deleted it, I think I would lose all the oil that's stocked there at the moment. I didn't want to do that. Okay, right, which means I can put another one of these trains on that route. What train are you? I think you are using E41, and you're using the current model of oil wagon. I've noticed that my preferred little oil wagons have now gone. That's the trouble with using a type. I think there are mods which allow you to keep old trains in use and old wagons in use. That looks like a green. It's a green one. Is it a green one? It looks green. I've got an E41 there, which is blue. I've got an that one. 75 miles an hour. 2310. Yeah, that looks like him. And we had 13 oil wagons. Count up to 100 and how many it was. 195, good grief. Oops, too many. Didn't want that many. There we go. Okay, we'll stick you on the Thatcham oil line. I'm hoping that there's going to be 4 trains using this 2-lane bridge and this funky new intersection. Hopefully they can all manoeuvre through it without stressing too much. Actually, one thing I do want to check is my line layout, because I have a suspicion some things went awry recently. Now, that might have been on a playthrough or a play on I was doing, where I was actually upgrading this station here in Whitchurch. Why has it stopped? Oops, there it goes, a bit of lag. Yeah, I'd upgraded this station as well, and this is more complex because of this weird crossover and stuff I've got here, and that did upset my routes. So I had to rebuild that station entirely, but it looks like everything is okay there. Okay, that's fine. Now, these trains here, that's the wrong one, that's the Felixstowe one. Actually, you do need another train, I think, on that route, so that needs upgrading. The Whitchurch Industrial. You don't often carry many bricks, so what I plan to do is replace all you guys with one more oil wagon, or fuel wagon at least, and one less stake car. To start shipping more fuel out to the hub in particular. The question is, do we stay with steam, the Black Prince, or upgrade to a new one entirely? So let's have a look at that. So the Black Prince here, it goes up to 89, 2450 176. Have we got a good diesel? Have we used these yet, actually? Sure we have. End of year, and we've got the loads of looks like mostly electrics and a couple of new. Let's pause for a second. Let's close this down. Open it again. So we have got more. These only go 87, so that's slower than my current model, and they're not as powerful, so we won't use those. But this one looks faster. 275, 245 as against. Yeah, I think this is a good one. Doesn't weigh as much. I don't know if that impacts. Okay, so what we'll do, we'll get rid of you. We'll stick you on there. We'll get rid of one of these stake cars and add another fuel wagon on there. Okay, we need to Move you. I like to move you up so you're all together, nice and neat and tidy. There we go. And if I replace you all now, cost me a mere 17 million. That's not a problem. So again, this is the power rating on that one, so that's good. It reaches 66 in 4 minutes, or 89 in 4 minutes. And I'm never going to remember those figures. So we'll find a couple of trains we can compare, see if I've made a good choice in replacing the steam loco with the... Oh, there are the two oil trains. See if I've made a good choice in replacing the old steam, very powerful steam, the fabulous Black Prince, with this rather fabulous Freightliner. Right, there's one. Okay, let's do a quick check. So you're both good, and you get to 95 in 3 or 82 in 5 minutes. Yeah, I think that's good. I think that is very good indeed. Right, I think this episode is probably going to turn out to be just about the right length now, so I'm going to... Actually, if I keep you up in mind... And where's that? There's one that's just changed. Where is it? So it's over here at the hub, isn't it? Yes, you are. Okay. So we'll take a look at him in a second. Actually, let's take a look at him now. There he is. Again, this is a mod. I don't think we've looked at these in detail before, and I will include the description or the link to that in the description below. That's fabulous. And my funky new station and junction here. How are you working? Looking good. Are you full yet? You are indeed. Okay, so that's it from me. Thank you very much for joining me today. If you've enjoyed this episode, do leave us a... Oh, that's good, isn't it? Do leave us a like in the... just here, click the button that says like. You know what to do. If you've any ideas... This is going very fast. It's going too fast. It doesn't go that fast. That's better. Ooh, so much activity here. Yes, leave a like if you've enjoyed this. If you've any ideas, thoughts, suggestions, recommendations, critiques, anything you've got to say, it'd be great to hear from you. Just leave a note in the comments box below. And of course, if you've not done so already, please do subscribe to the channel. And that way you'll know as soon as I upload another one of these or any of my other Let's Play videos. That train's on the wrong track. Ah, heck. Right, I'm going to sort that out. Anyway, from me, Ajaxpost, here in Transport Fever, until the next time, bye bye for now.